So from my aspect, that is really, really important for us.
Okay.
Making sure that the knees are just a bit straighter, and we've got what I'd ask you to do is rock your balance from heels to toes, and just find out where that balance point is. So as soon as you start to feel your heels going off the ground, you'll sort of just rock it back just a little, just to get it evenly balanced, rather than being basically on your heels. Now, that means we'll straighten your knees up, and we'll straighten you up just a tad, and then get you to bend from the waist, but we'll give you a no-brainer here in a second. From that, the ball position we're probably going to ask a little bit further forward. Main reason, the lowest point of the golf swing is underneath your armpit. Okay, so you've actually got, so that's your leverage essentially. So you've moved yourself backwards here to put a bit too much pressure on your right foot, to then sort of almost try and lift it up in the air from there on in. And that reaction basically means that when you start to move back, you'll move your whole body back, rather than still keeping the pressure on that foot. The easiest way to explain that is, if I got you to stand on one foot and pushed you, you lose your balance. 2 feet pushing into the ground, you won't lose your balance. You'll create a nice little force coupling there. You'll stay nice and grounded, as far as that's concerned. So just keeping that would be excellent. So a reference point, that's pretty much where you started from, as far as that whole left side.
We want that to
just stay there, relatively speaking, just so it doesn't really move around a great deal. And that means you'll have to keep some pressure on that left foot. The reality is that this moving around at speed will push into that right foot whether you like it or not. Okay? So in other words, we have two things. We have centre of mass and centre of pressure. We don't want the centre of mass to move, the centre of pressure moves. Simple way. So you'll just move off this a little if I take that there. So therefore we're going to change the contact point. Do a good job here getting back to the same place, which is awesome. And then eventually we'll talk about straightening this left knee and getting you onto that left hand side. But at this stage I don't really care. Okay.
Fantastic.
Does that make sense?
It does.